Hi guys, my name is Pola and today I am going to talk about a very difficult issue that I've struggled with my entire life. You probably can tell by the title that this is a weight loss journey video. Today is exactly January 3rd, 2020 and today is the day I start my weight loss journey. I currently weigh 104 kilograms. I don't actually know how much that is in stone, but I'll pop that down on the video somewhere so you can see. I do not have a goal weight in mind because this is not about numbers. I will insert numbers here and there throughout if I show you updates and things like that, just so you're aware, but this is definitely not about numbers for me. This is about feeling happy and mindful and confident in my own body, because if I was this current weight and I was happy and confident and able to put myself out there the way I want to, I wouldn't be embarking on a weight loss journey, because I am all about body positivity. However, having said that, throughout my life I have always been bigger. There have been times when I've put myself through horrible diets that just killed me and have managed to bring my weight down only for it to spring back up again. I am all about body positivity. I am all about being proud of the body you have and feeling confident. So if you're the same size as me but you're loving life, stick to it. I am not here to tell you otherwise. What I'm here for is to achieve my own happiness, and I can't be happy the way I am today, the way I am right now, because it's just, I've spent years trying to be happy and it's just not working. So I guess kind of my body image story starts off with the fact that I've always been a chubby kid. I was never the thin one in the family, but it never used to bother me when I was little. Kids don't really care about that stuff, so I was quite happy as a child. When I turned 11, my family decided to emigrate to England from Poland, and those were some very difficult years for me. For the first couple of years I couldn't speak English, I couldn't make any friends, I really struggled to find a place for myself in England, and that really impacted negatively on the way I ate and behaved. I was a little bit depressed, so I just binge ate a lot and put on a bit more weight. Closer to the end of my GCSEs, I managed to find a group of friends. I learned how to speak English, but because I have developed those negative patterns of binge eating and hiding it and kind of a pattern of self-hate, that was still at the back of my mind, and I wasn't facing it head on, but it was kind of developing. Subconsciously it was developing in my head and then impacting my self-esteem really negatively. When I went to college, I did manage to make some amazing friends who are my best friends to this day, but I did struggle socially. I did shut myself out. I did kind of avoid going out, avoid doing things outside of my comfort zone. I was still binge eating behind closed doors. I was hitting my highest weight that I had at that point. Just feeling really negative about myself, and obviously that was kind of the age, 16, 17, where people were starting to have their first sexual experiences and things, and first boyfriends, and I never experienced any of that at that age, and that really brought down my confidence and self-esteem as well. And I always blamed that on my body image, because I felt like I could make friends but I couldn't make boyfriends, and obviously the difference between those two things is you need to be attracted to a partner, and clearly I wasn't attractive to people. So again, that was impacting me really negatively. So by the end, when kind of my last year of college rolled around, I was ready to make a change. Like I said, I struggled for years at that point, and I educated myself a little bit about what I would have to do to make a change, and I knew that university was coming up, and I felt like that was just such a great kind of new chapter that I could just enter as a new person, and I did, but I went about it the wrong way. So I developed this, let's call it a diet, where I would eat 600 calories a day. those 600 calories were divided into 3 meals per day, and each one of those meals was the same. It was 2 cracker breads with cheese and ham, and that added up to 200, and I had that 3 times a day, and that was all I had, plus water and black tea, and that's all I drank. And I went to the gym almost every day with my friends, so it worked. I managed to go down to 74 kilograms before I went to university, which everyone was congratulating me about. Everyone was so happy for me, but no one saw what was happening behind the scenes. My mental state was the worst it had ever been. I wasn't getting the nutrients I needed, I wasn't sleeping well, I wasn't eating well, I wasn't feeling well. I just felt tired all the time. I couldn't really do anything. I couldn't enjoy my thin self, if I put it that way. And as we all know, what usually happens with diets like that is you can't hold out forever. So when I went to university, those first few weeks were amazing. What happened was, well, first of all, I was living my university life to the fullest. I was drinking a lot, partying a lot, eating takeaway and things like that. I just wasn't taking care of myself. Not that I was before, really, not in a good way, but you know, gym kind of was a distant memory. I did sign up to a gym at uni, but I just never went. It was around that time as well, those first really few months, I think it was around December of my first year at university, that I fell out with a friend that I've known for years, and that really affected me negatively. And you know, the kilograms just piled back on, and I ended up reaching my worst weight yet. I was the heaviest I had ever been. I think I ended up packing on extra 10 kilograms from when I started, which obviously was just, it was a snapping point for me. I think I was depressed again. I didn't want to do anything. I don't know how I made it through university, that end of first year. I don't know how I managed to get good results, because I was just not in a great place. And from that point forward, I just felt like I tried and I just couldn't keep it up. I just couldn't be happy. I felt like I didn't deserve to be happy, and I didn't do anything to change it again. I gave up, I think. And that's when my binge eating kind of reached its worst point. I was just, I'll probably show you kind of what meals I ate. I think I felt like the fact that I was studying psychology should have helped me, but just because I understood my disorder didn't mean I could deal with it. So when I finished my 3rd year of uni, I graduated, I moved back in with my parents because I wanted to do a master's degree, and the only way I could afford that was if I was to move back in with them and commute to the university. So I did that, and I managed. That year I withdrew socially, I'd say completely, you know. I didn't really go hang out with any friends. I didn't have anyone in my hometown that I was close with. After I had completed my master's, which was a year-long course, I decided to move out of my hometown because it was a tiny town, and I just felt like I needed a change. I needed more kind of opportunities to be social, and in some ways my life has improved. I mean, I've got a job that I love. I work in a school, but again, that doesn't help having a active lifestyle, because most of the day I just sit in classrooms and I'm not really very active. But I love my job. I like our little house. I enjoy living with my sister, but I'm still not happy. But, you know, I'm 24 now. I'm ready to start getting into serious relationships. I'm ready to start settling down. I'm ready to fall in love, and I'm ready to feel like I'm doing something right. I'm ready to feel confident, and I've just not been able to do that since, you know, I was 11. This has been going on since I was 11, so it's been 12 years now. It's been 13 years now, and I'm just so tired of feeling like this. So I'm ready to make a change, and I thought, you know, I've watched so many of these inspirational YouTube videos about people's weight loss journeys, and I just always dreamed of one of these days posting my own. So till next time, I suppose, and hopefully this gives someone that extra you know, push of inspiration to get started as well, and you know, you can kind of help me keep going. I appreciate any kind of words of advice from you guys, so yeah, I'm looking forward to reading those. But thank you for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, tell me your own story.